just, done with this.
Uh-huh. Okay. You wanna...
Yeah, sure.
Here you go. So, you're done, huh?
Yep.
You do understand what that means, right?
What does it mean?
You know what it means.
Mine's made up, I'm afraid.
It doesn't work like that. You know that.
I must be getting forgetful in my old age.
Uh-huh. Nothing I can do to change your mind.
I'm afraid not.
Well,
I'm afraid not.
let's go get some coffee. Talk things over. Well,
afraid
come on.
not.
Let's go get some coffee. Well, come on. Let's go get some coffee. Well, come on. Let's go get some coffee. Smells delicious as always.
Sadie was the real cook.
Smells delicious as always. Hey, don't sell yourself short.
Sadie
Not
was
much
the
that's
real
better
cook.
than your home-cooked eggs. Hey, don't sell yourself
Hope you don't
short.
mind, Sadie left out the bell peppers this time.
Eggs. Hey, don't sell
Hope
yourself
you
Can't
don't
stand
mind,
them.
Sadie left out the bell peppers this time.
Hey, don't sell yourself
Can't
Me
stand
neither.
it.
Not to change the subject, but how long have we been doing this for, you think? Not to change the subject, but
15 years,
how long have we
just
been doing
about.
this for, you think? Change the subject, but
15
Summer
years,
of
just
'78.
about.
For you think? Why'd we meet? What was it?
15
Summer
years.
of '78. For you think? Why'd we meet? What was it? Summer of '78. For you think? Why'd we meet? What was it? Summer of '78. For you think? Why'd we meet? What was it? Summer of '78. For you think? Why'd we meet? What was it?
Bill was sick.
And you couldn't
Bill
afford a
was-
doctor.
Sick.
And you couldn't
Bill
afford a
was-
doctor.
We'd have managed sick.
But you didn't think so at the time.
We'd have managed sick.
But you didn't think so at the time.
We'd have managed sick. Suppose not.
But you didn't think so at the time. Here's what I remember.
We'd have managed sick.
I had a problem
not.
that night, and Jimmy was trying to help me solve that problem when who should come in through that door but you? Help me solve that problem when
I may have
should
been a
come
little
in through
tipsy.
that door but you. I drove you home that night.
As you're so fond of telling me.
And Jimmy knew we could help each other.
As you're so fond
he
of
called
telling
up
me.
Tony. Jimmy agreed. Made a deal. He called up Tony. We all agreed. Deal the deal. Anyone ever tell you you're no good at making coffee? Deal the deal. Anyone ever
Sadie
tell you
did.
you're no good at making
All
coffee?
the time.
Thought you'd have got it better by now.
Well, Sadie made the coffee. I made the bacon.
Thought you'd have got it better by now. It's good bacon.
Sadie made the coffee. I made the bacon.
You know, when I was a kid, I thought pigs were all pink with curly tails.
Yorkshires are. Mine are red wall.
Pigs were all
American
pink with
breed.
curly tails.
Not a lot of them out there, you know. Mine are red wall.
That's so.
American breed. Not a lot of them. Always thought it'd be nice, to raise pigs that was different. I had some Yorkies way back. Must have been, I don't know, before the service. Yorkies way back. Must have been.
Long time ago.
I'm an old man.
You and me both.
I'm an old man.
Why the waddles? You and me both. Funny name.
Like I said, American breed. Nearly went extinct.
Funny name.
Like I thought I'd do my part to keep them alive. Nearly went extinct. And that tastes good. Like I thought I'd do my
You aren't
part to
wrong.
keep them alive.
You know, the other day, I was reading the paper.
Look at you, an intellectual.
You know, the other day, I was reading the paper. Maybe.
Intellectual.
Anyways, I read that pigs were as smart as us. Maybe. Anyways, I read that pigs were as smart as us. Maybe. Anyways, I read that pigs were as smart as us. Maybe. Anyways, I read that pigs were as smart as us. Maybe. Anyways, I read that pigs were as smart as us. Smells delicious as always.
Sadie was the real cook.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. Not much that's better than your home-cooked eggs.
Hope you don't mind, I left out the bell peppers this time.
Can't stand them.
Me neither.
Not to change the subject, but how long we been doing this for, you think?
15 years, just about.
Summer of 78. Why'd we meet? What was it?
Needed the scratch.
What did you need the scratch for again?
Wasn't too popular with the folks back home. Had to make ends meet.
And Bill needed surgery you couldn't afford.
Yes.
Well, here's what I remember. I had a problem that night, and Jimmy was trying to help me solve that problem when who should come in through that door but you?
Well, I may have been a little tipsy.
I drove you home that night.
As you're so fond of telling me.
Jimmy knew we could help each other, so he called up Tony. We agreed, made a deal. We all agreed. Ugh. Anyone ever tell you you're no good at making coffee?
Every time you visit.
Thought you'd have got it better by now.
Well, Sadie made the coffee. I made the bacon.
It's good bacon. You know, when I was a kid, I thought pigs were all pink with curly tails.
Yorkshires are. Mine are red wattle. American breed. Not a lot of them out there, you know.
That's so.
Mm-hmm. Always thought it'd be nice, to raise pigs that was different. I had some Yorkies way back. Must have been, I don't know, before the service.
Long time ago.
I'm an old man.
You and me both. So why the Waddles? Funny name.
Like I said, American breed. Nearly went extinct. Thought I'd do my part to keep them alive. And that tastes good.
You aren't wrong. You know, the other day, I was reading the paper.
Look at you, an intellectual.
Maybe. Anyways, I read that pigs were as smart as us. You believe that?
Not particularly.
Cows, I get. Cows are dumb. They're afraid of those, those metal bars in the ground.
Texas gate.
Pardon?
Some folks call cattle grids Texas gates.
Cattle grids, huh?
Yep.
Well, my point is, cows are dumb. Pigs, I read, are smart.
And you read that in the paper?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the pigs know?
Know what?
That they're food.
Oh, pigs don't think like that.
How do you know?
'Cause I know pigs. Pigs ain't like us. Well, sure, they're smart. They eat, they sleep, but they do not plan. They don't think about the future.
And I suppose you do?
Every man does.
I think I'm just about finished up here. What do you say I accompany you today?
What, help out with the farm chores? Shovel manure, milk goats, stuff like that?
Sure. Always wanted to know how to milk goats.
As long as you're okay with shoveling manure first. What about your sidekick?
Protege. When I retire, he'll be the man you'll be dealing with. Good guy. Smart. Discreet. Ambitious.
Like you, I guess. But, listen. I told you already. I'm quitting.
We'll see. What's the wheelbarrow for?
Hauling.
Hauling what?
Manure.
And what are we supposed to do with this crap?
Well, you're going to fertilize. Well, not now, it's October, but we're going to put it in a nice big pile where it belongs.
We?
Well, you did say you wanted to help.
Yeah, guess I did.
So help. Pick up that shovel over there. Shovel it in, wheel it out, dump it, and we're good.
And you do this every day?
Mm-hmm. Most every day.
And you want to keep doing this every day?
It's my routine.
Shoveling shit?
Someone's got to do it.
That isn't the first time you've told me that.
Oh, yeah?
Vietnam.
Yeah.
You know, I did some digging on you. Personally, not the shit kind. Know what I found?
I reckon you'll tell me.
You went back. What happened that day in the valley?
You saw the report. I'm not going to talk about it.
Come on.
No.
Suit yourself. You got a medal. You didn't have to go back. Had a wife and kid here. At a time where most of us were trying to figure out how to stay home. You went back.
You going somewhere with this?
Think it'd be fun if you told me why? While we're shoveling shit?
I was recon. You know that, I reckon. I was in the hospital, staring at the ceiling. Magazines next to me on the bed. And I had this, moment. A moment of clarity.
A revelation.
Uh-huh. And the revelation was this. Them protesters weren't doing a damn thing. The hippies and the bands weren't changing anything. You know who was?
The Vietnamese? The Russians?
No. The news. You hit someone hard enough day in, day out with the realities of war, pretty soon they'll tire of it. Vietnam, that was our first time that close to war. So, I figured,
You figured?
you ain't the only one of us who's killed people.
Why do you think I offered you that job back in '74?
Turned it down for the same reason I went back. They were telling us our patriotic duty was to go and fight for our country. Well, that's what I did.
You weren't recon when you went back, though.
Went back with a camera. Talked them into letting me help with the press, keeping them safe and all that. So I did. And I took pictures. Took all the pictures I could. I fought in a different way.
Did you win?
We pulled out a Nam, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. And now you're here. Great big war hero. Shuffling shit.
Yeah. Shoveling shit.
Don't you own a tractor? Pigs I get. Goats too. Some fellas have chickens and cows. That's all well and good, but what's the point of a horse?
Horses are God's most beautiful creatures.
What, you just keep a horse around because they're beautiful?
Horses belong on farms.
Uh-huh. You haven't got a saddle for him, so you don't ride him. He's no racehorse. Can't eat him. What's the point?
I don't see the point in a farm without a horse. Gotta have a horse.
And what's this about them being beautiful? Beautiful, really. Beautiful, he says. Spindly legs and bloated bellies and those weird teeth. Sleep standing up. Who sleeps standing up?